when you're assessing what true demand is, or what you say the desire to buy is shaped by? What are those factors that it's shaped by?
It's shaped by financial conditions. So, I mean, in the current context of what we're talking about, I think any lever that eases financially for some renters is going to trigger a buying decision. So the high interest rate environment would be influencing decisions to buy. The household savings rate, which has fallen to just 1% as
Mm.
of September of last year, is going to influence the accumulation of a deposit, which could influence home purchases. The Westpac Melbourne Institute Consumer Sentiment Index, which remains in deeply pessimistic territory, is largely correlated with changes in sales volumes over time. So, how confident people are feeling about their financial prospects, the economy, employment, is going to influence whether they're making a large financial commitment like purchasing a property. Um, Income levels are really important, and I think that's also something that shaped that breakdown in share households early in the pandemic when we saw a big boost to household income through fiscal stimulus. People demanded more space, more housing. Um, and real income levels are expected to rise in 2024, which could be a bit of an upside for housing demand as well. So, these are just a few of the more economic factors I think that shape and determine the demand for purchases.
You make a really good point in your article, talking about obviously the current APRA 3% buffer, and that borrowing power story. As higher interest rates go up, our borrowing power comes down. So for those potentially first home buyers looking to get into the market, they're also affected by that ability to actually access borrowing power to be able to buy into the current market. Do you have a view around, if interest rates are starting to come down, hopefully at the second half of this year, do you see then a need for APRA to keep that 3% buffer rate at its current level, or do you think that there's an argument to bring it down?
I think that there is certainly an argument to bring it down the way that inflation is tracking at the moment. The fact that there's probably not much of a need as it stands right now for further rate hikes. As I understand, APRA have made no indication of revising that buffer, though. So it's something that prospective borrowers might have to deal with for quite some time yet.